On today's show, stroke victims using robot hands to rehabilitate themselves.
And the selfie of the future is here. Ah, crap.
Great. And also a very interesting capsule for natural disasters. It's awesome. It's called Tsunami Ball.
Alrighty.
It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm your host, Ashley Skyler. Joining me as always, Kill Anonymous.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good tea?
Pretty good episode.
You're rocking that tea.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? This episode sucks. We say every episode is amazing.
It's gonna be great. Yeah,
well, this one is terrible.
He's lying. It's going to be
Let's
really
see if you
great.
can even make it through it.
Yeah, let's see if you can do that.
It's always a good episode.
It is, yeah, there's some good stuff today, so let's hit the headlines.
Boy, they're gonna hate this first one and the next one.
I mean, it's
and
just
the story
terrible
after
for
that.
everybody involved.
Terrible.
It's just a sad story. No, it's a
No,
great,
this is a good-
uplifting
this is a
story.
great
It's cool
story.
medical tech. So usually when we hear about like robot hands, they're usually prosthetics.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a little bit different. This is actually like sort of it's kind of like a power glove, but
Okay, go on.
times like 100, way better use case. Okay, so
Okay.
when people have strokes, it can be really devastating for them, and it can take them a really long time to recover fully, or sometimes not at all. So this is an awesome thing that comes from the researchers at the University of Hertfordshire in the UK. They have made this robotic glove that it is meant to help patients in stroke recovery. So they've made two prototype devices. So they have these, you can see they're doing like fingers, flexion, all this stuff. They're just kind of showing you the glove. They combine this glove with games like in software. So like there's games. And basically
Power glove.
if you've had a stroke, you have limited maybe mobility in your hand or your arm, you put this glove on, and then it has like 3 different types of games that you can play that make you move your arm. It's like rehab.
Oh.
So here it is right here. So they're showing you like what's the hand opening and closing and stuff like that. So there's a couple different games. There's a clam hand, so that you're like a clam and you got to close your hand up to like close the clam.
That sounds
and then
cool, actually.
there's a crocodile jumping and sort of movement game that makes you move your arm around. And then there's a ball in a maze that like makes you flex your muscles and like move the ball around inside the maze.
That's fantastic. So now it's
So
not just
cool.
about someone like being like, oh, I have to squeeze my hand 500 times,
500 times
to do
and
this.
just dive board.
It actually works with your brain, which always wants to like complete these fun goals and then.
Like little tasks and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
So it's literally putting rehabilitation in their hands. Like it's actually like putting it right in there.
There it is.
And it's really cool because they were saying that once they play these games, the data gets sent to their physical therapist, and the physical therapist can say, oh, okay, well, you're doing really great on this, but maybe not so well as this, so we're going to up your time on that. Like, they can really see over a period of time, like,
change
how
the
well
game.
they're doing and sort of adjust which games they're playing, like, and for how long. And they've seen pretty good results. So they had 30 patients do this, and they said if they practiced about 100 minutes a week, so a little over an hour and a half, they showed clinical improvements. So there were actual quantifiable improvements shown that, because they were, working on specific hand movements with this device.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So the game was actually involved in the rehabilitation for sure.
Of course.
It's just like when they released like I think it was either the Wii or the Wii Fit, and they gave them to like retirement homes, and the old people showed more activity. They were playing the game, they were bowling and
Exactly.
stuff.
And it's also a specific movement, and it's engaging. Like you're really into it, and so you don't feel like, oh, I'm so bored with this. Like I just want to stop doing this. Like I'd rather be doing something else. People are having fun, then it's a little easier for them to go through rehab. So up next, streamlining and improving the device based on what they've kind of taken notes on thus far, and then they actually want to get some funding for a commercial prototype. So maybe we might see this someday as a thing that everybody gets to use, which is any stroke victim would be able to use something like this.
That
That's
sounds
pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome way to rehabilitate somebody. So now I want to talk about a robot that's not just about everybody, it's just about you. Because this is a selfie drone. This is created from the University of Zurich.
What?
Now check this drone out, all right? So what this drone does is it flies away from you. It's fully autonomous. It flies away up to you, and then what it does is it does a 360-degree scan of you
Oh, this is.
Yeah. See, so there he is. You have to lay down on the ground. That's the only way it works.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer. Okay.
So I know that.
Kind of
find
weird.
some space. Get
Listen,
your drone.
lay down. I need to take a selfie.
And as you can see, it's flying around him. Is that a him?
I think it's a. I
can't
can't
really
tell.
tell.
Well, our monitor is tiny.
Either that or we're just jerks. It's
that
flying around
too.
him and scanning him. Look, he puts his hands up because it's autonomous.
Yeah, he wants to show he's not controlling it, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, there you
and it's
go.
making a 3D selfie of this person. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's not just, like, it doesn't look like it's just, like kind of scanning a little, like a spot. Like, this is actually.
It's moving around. It's moving around, making sure it gets every single little thing.
This is like a composite 3D model. Like, this is serious business.
Yeah.
And he's moving around.
Oh, hey, don't do that.
It's not going to mess it up, is it? No, I don't think so. I think that, whoa, this camera is like acting really
Apparently,
weird.
it's not like super perfect, but I mean, look.
Well, that looks pretty good.
It's pretty good at scanning.
Like, you can see the camera, you can see what
Right.
it's looking at and everything. I wonder what okay, so now I'm curious as to what the finished product of this actually looks like. Is it it's probably not the best ever, like you said. Probably not amazing.
No,
But
it's not the best, but it's
still
pretty close.
Oh,
pretty
wow.
close. Look at
Okay,
that.
yeah, there you go. You can actually see. Oh, it got like the shirt and some of the details in his hoodie.
Yeah, see, some of the things you couldn't have gotten if it didn't move around and get you
Wow.
from different angles. But because it was moving around, it could get a more 3D sense of the space instead of just getting a top-down.
That weirds me out a little bit. Well, there's always a group of people out there excited about selfie tech.
It's 3D selfies, yeah.
3D selfies, everybody. All right, so going back to helping people again instead of being,
Yeah, we had our selfish break.
We had our
Let's move
selfish
on.
break. Let's move on to helping more people. So funny that this story actually we're doing today because exactly 4 years ago in 2011 was the tsunami and the earthquake in Japan. Like, I remember that. So if you were living under a rock at that point, this terrible earthquake and subsequent tsunami hit Japan. It has caused all kinds of devastation. You've heard of the Fukushima meltdown. Like, that's that earthquake. That was like the aftermath of that earthquake and that tsunami. So this guy who lives in Palo Alto, his name is Chris Robinson. He's a designer, and he was super affected by the images that he saw on TV. And him and his friends were talking about how in the world would you survive that kind of a disaster? Like, that's crazy. And so instead of just leaving the conversation at that, like most of us would, going, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it, he was like, I'm going to do something about it. And here it is. This is called the tsunami ball.
Wow.
Now, you'll notice it's not a sphere. And he was saying in this, this is like a 24-minute long video, and it's super fascinating. He was saying that he researched why we don't really see spherical objects in the ocean, like boats or craft, like watercraft. And there's a whole bunch of different reasons as to why it's a bad idea. So he's like, so I realized I had to make something a little bit different than a ball. Because he wanted it to have like this, basically like this little spherical capsule that you could hide in when a tsunami hit, and then you would survive. So he's been building this thing for a couple years. He's been building it since 2012. So
wow.
It's been a few years. And basically the capsule lives in your yard. And he was saying like this thing would live in your yard, and then in the event of an emergency, you would get in it and brace yourself for impact. And this thing is like, hypothetically, because obviously it hasn't been tested in a tsunami, hypothetically would be able to withstand the impact of water and debris in that situation. It would stay floating, and then it would keep its riders safe for a period of time, like to get rescued, which is pretty awesome. He said it was inspired by escape pods. Like, I guess some oil rigs have escape pods. And he was like, okay, I'm going to kind of do something like that. And it's made of marine plywood, like dozens of layers of marine plywood, aero marine epoxy, and flotation foam.
What's this guy's job?
He's a designer. Like, that's so he. And he lives
Was
in
he
Palo Alto.
funded for this?
No, I think he's just doing this in his own spare time. Like, this is like a fun project for him. Like, he talks about how it's been really interesting because a lot of it's been trial and error, because he's like, I've never made anything like this before. So it still floats. It's 22 feet long. And the plan is to test it in a pool first to see how it does. And then if that works, they're going to toss it in the ocean and see how it does for like a day or so. And he was saying that because it's in his backyard and there's like a hammock in there and stuff, like he was like relaxing in there. I was watching this thing. It's crazy. I highly recommend that you spend like half an hour and watch this thing. It's it's a testament to how cool some people are. Like they just do things like this.
That's
is
pretty
awesome.
cool.
He said he might rent it out on Airbnb because it's in their backyard. He's like, yeah, I might rent it out on Airbnb once I'm done. So yeah, here he is putting up a hammock.
There for Airbnb.
Yeah, you just like spend the night inside the tsunami ball. And listen, bonus, if there's ever a natural disaster in Palo Alto, if there's a tsunami there.
Oh yeah, you know.
Highly unlikely, but if that ever happens, I mean, you're probably in the safest place in the city. But yeah, there, look, you got a hammock, got everything you need. Everything you need in the tsunami ball. You're just like, what? I think it's awesome. So yeah.
How long? Wait, did it say how long he worked on it?
Still working.
Okay.
Still working on it. He's been working on it for 3 years.
You said 3 years.
3 years.
Okay.
So he started in 2012, and now he's still working on it.
I'm not throwing any shade. It's just
no tea, no shade.
Worked real hard on that thing.
Yeah, and that's not his full-time job. It's really
It's
impressive.
not a full-time job.
All right,
Jeez.
so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with a delicious round of Back at Her Hackett, literally. And we have your user feedback, which is going to make you and all of you so happy because I'm going to have to apologize. And then our phone tower for the day. So don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome back to the show. We like to feature a specific crowdfunding venture every week on the show.
Yes, we do.
And then we like to tell you if we like it or don't, and I have a feeling you guys are going to like this one. It's Back at Her Hackett. How many times, Kale, have you made pancakes for breakfast, which also, pancakes, greater than waffles, superior breakfast food. I will literally fight you after the show for that. So how many times have you been making pancakes and you're like, I wish I was a pancake artist? Like every time, right? Because that's how I feel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes.
100%. So here's the thing. There is now a PancakeBot, and it kind of is like a 3D printed pancakes. Okay, so this little girl's drawing a picture of a rocket. We're watching the video right now. If you're listening, she draws a picture of a rocket, and it's inside the software. And what happens is this amazing PancakeBot draws in pancake batter the line art and then fills it in. So it does the lines first, so that when you flip the pancake over, the lines are darker than the inside filling part of the pancake.
Right.
This is pretty much the greatest human invention. This is the
is
pinnacle
fantastic.
of advanced civilization, guys. This is the pinnacle.
This is really good.
The
This
top.
is amazing.
This is the top. This is where it ends. There's nowhere to go.
Oh, okay. So now it's going for a detailed Eiffel Tower. So we're gonna see how well it actually gets like the cross beams and whatnot.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So it basically like you can trace over stuff. Like you can import an image and then trace over it with the line art, like simpler line art. So it's not going to be perfect, but look at the stuff that they've been able to make.
That's some crazy good detail. Nicely done.
Crazy cool pancakes.
Okay, now that we got our shock and awe out of the way, let's get some reality in there.
All right, I'm gonna add some, fill in some information just like the PancakeBot does. You can save your designs to an SD card, so you don't have to keep doing it over and over again. You can save your designs. This one, they drew this and they imported it, and then what they did was you can actually stop the PancakeBot and you can do a different color batter.
No.
So you can use food coloring and add in like color batter. So watch, you're gonna see the guy and he's gonna hand fill in all of the other stuff with like a blue pancake batter and then flip it over, and it's so awesome. Okay, so while he's doing that, they have preloaded pancake designs. Look at how cool that is.
Is it the Chicago Bulls?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. So it's, okay, so that's what it does. Very clearly, it's a pancake maker. You can make your own designs. Listen, I'm really excited about this. Like, bear with me. But like I said, preloaded pancake designs. Early Bird is already sold out. They've already met their goal. Like, they've blown past the $50,000 they wanted.
How big is this thing? You haven't said how big it is.
It's not
how
huge.
Much they want to.
It's not very big. They showed like the 3 different prototypes on the Kickstarter site, and it's like the first one is insane. It's like this giant contraption.
Yeah.
And apparently he got guilted into making it because his daughters thought he said he was going to make like a Lego pancake printer or something like that, and he was like, because he commented on something and then they kind of made him feel bad, so he built it. And then he realized, wow, there's really something here. And then he streamlined it, and then there's like the second version, and this version is super nice. It's like real sleek.
He made it because he promised his daughters he'd make them
it's
like
super
a pancake
cute.
machine, and then he went
and they're
ahead
in
and
the
made
video.
it.
They're in the video. It's adorable. So he made them a little pancake, and then that's them. They draw the rockets and stuff, and pancake rockets. So
Oh my God, that's adorable.
it is super adorable. So the early bird was $149. The regular retail price is going to be $299, but on Kickstarter, if you spend $299, you get 2. So they do 2 for the price of 1 if you do it, or you get 1 for 1. I think it's $179. Yeah.
So you have to hook it to your computer though,
well,
and it has to be near a heat source.
No, it's an SD card. So you use the
Oh,
software on your computer.
right, okay.
You load it on the SD card, and then you put the SD card in the PancakeBot.
Nice.
I'm just saying, my birthday's coming. It delivers in July. If you're interested.
Oh, that's really soon.
Super soon. So
Okay,
if you want to
so-
start getting on your pancake, I backed it this morning. I was like, done. I put my money where my mouth was. I was like, I'm in. Sign me up. So I say back it. Love pancakes. Pancakes are my favorite breakfast food.
Really?
I love pancakes. It's the best.
I say back it.
You're in?
I'm not gonna buy one.
Is my enthusiasm affecting
I don't. No, the awesome
The adorable story?
breakthrough and the adorable story, like it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Pretty
too
good.
expensive,
No.
all things considered, with the
$179
software
for 3D
and whatnot.
printed pancakes.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
definitely back it.
And I have no
There's
artistic
there needs
talent.
to be more breakfast food in the world. So.
3D printed breakfast foods. So yeah, that's PancakeBot. So nice
Pancakes are not better
work,
than
Pancake.
waffles.
Yeah, they are. All right, guys. Every single day, we like to talk about what you think about the show. So it is time for user feedback. I have an apology for everybody.
Yeah, because pancakes are not better than waffles.
Shut your mouth, bite your tongue, lest you be struck. So I yelled at you guys yesterday because I said nobody wrote about TD House,
Yeah,
about the pet house.
And you were wrong about it.
I may have mistyped in the hashtag on Twitter search, so I may have missed all of your really nice pieces of feedback about the pet house. So I yelled at you for no reason.
Not cool.
I know, and I would like to apologize to you.
Yeah.
But I will say that I was happy that because of my mistake, I dove into the YouTube comments and pulled some good stuff from there.
Okay.
I feel like something good still came out of it, my terrible mistake. But I messed up, and I apologize.
Okay.
I'm not above apologizing. I'm not too proud to beg your forgiveness.
Okay, so where are we at now?
All right, so now we're going to actually talk about the TD Pet House hashtag.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
A little late, but all right.
It is a little late. I get it. But then we'll do yesterday's hashtag tomorrow, if that makes sense.
Yes.
that-
Yeah, no,
okay.
that's good. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, okay. So, or I'm sorry. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
I don't know what we're doing.
Yes, just read today. This is 2
Okay,
days
Logan,
ago.
throw up
and then tomorrow.
the first one, please. TD Pet House Hogwarts theme. That's from Nate, and he sent a picture of his dog sleeping on a couch.
It's cute.
Super adorable.
Yeah.
All right, so, and then we have the next one from Raw Dead Fish. Says, no Robot Kale or Robot Ashley. They would be too witty and hunt me down and kill me. Hashtag TD Pet House. I agree.
Well, you got that second part right.
Yeah, that we would hunt you down and kill you. Okay, and then we had Frank who said, a doghouse that has a custom-made Oculus VR so they can play with a cyber dog and a built-in 10-foot-high Ferris wheel. A dog Ferris wheel. I like that. Custom Oculus VR for dogs. Doggle VR.
DR.
Doggles
Dog.
VR. I think because they actually have doggles, right, for like dogs who like ride motorcycles and stuff.
I don't.
Listen, I don't know. Anyway, we got one more, I think, and it's from Neil, and he says, "My pet's dream house would be for my dinosaur dog. Gate would open. Welcome to Jurassic Park."
Wait a minute. He stole part of mine.
He did.
The only thing he added was "Welcome to Jurassic Park," which I guess is you win.
It's true.
You win.
It's true. So we'll have TD first tomorrow, which is the first-person camera.
Wait, we have one more.
Do we?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We have Jerome's Photoshop. Jerome was like, challenge accepted and conquered. No more Goldblums, please. TD shopped. Can we get? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Still
So
looking for the
yesterday
full
we
laser.
got that picture submitted in our photographer, and then
From Molly,
and
and
then
it
you
was
said
so
what
good.
would make this better, and I said Jeff Goldblum with floaties on his arm,
And
I
I
was
said
right.
Left, and I said Left Shark.
And
and
we were both
really,
You got to give him credit though, because he put Left Shark in front of the fire and added smoke. And Jeff Goldblum is running away from the fire just as he always does.
Well, he's taking a jog. He's taking a great jog down the beach with his floaties, and then when he's done with his jog, he's going to get in the ocean, swim around a little bit, and Left Shark will join him.
No, he won't.
No, he won't. Left Shark too busy partying. He's too busy worshiping the fire pit. That's what Left Shark's doing. Like. All right, so that is our user feedback today. Again, I'm sorry, I am an idiot and I messed it up, but again, not too proud to admit my own mistakes. If we also are very, of course, as always, our last piece of user feedback, which is our photographer of the day. This lovely picture comes from Steven. Steven sent this in and said, hey guys, I just wanted to share this photo with you and really hope it makes the show. I snapped these little cuties with my iPhone 5 whilst taking a walk along the beach last summer, which I'm assuming is the exact same location that we saw in that previous Photoshop.
Right, yeah.
This is rare for two reasons. Number one, snapping a butterfly and a bee together, and two, Scotland actually had a hot sunny day. I love your show and I never miss an episode. Love and peace, Steven.
That's an amazing photo.
That's from Scotland.
Look at that butterfly.
I know, it's so good. I love it.
The fuzziest little bugs over there.
Like a fuzzy little bee. I just want to pinch his little cute bee cheeks. He's adorable. I just want to cuddle him until he stings me and dies. Then that'll be sad. Please don't sting me, bee.
Cute.
Super good. So Steven, that was pretty great. It's good picture. I can't think of anything I would add to that one. I mean, it feels like already photoshopped.
It's good. Great.
Maybe Fern Gully. Maybe add a fairy in there. Just let's make it the trifecta of adorableness from the forests and the beaches. Anyway, if you guys want to submit your photography, you can email us tomorrow@cnet.com. Send us the picture, obviously, a little story about it, if you will, and also what device you took it with. And we see all of them. We may not be able to feature all of them, but we do see all of them. You can also send us tips, tricks, story ideas,
fashion tips,
coupons. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Food. You can email us pictures of food. And of course, if you're on social media and you hate email, you can also find us there. We're on Snapchat, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter @Tomorrow Daily, and then we are Tomorrow Daily TV on Google+.
Mm-hmm. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a comment and like this video and subscribe to CNET. You can subscribe to just our show, right? There's a Tomorrow Daily sub channel.
We have a show page, and
Does everything get pulled over there, or?
I gotta look.
We're managing so many things; it's really hard to
potentially
keep up.
managing them very poorly. So I really need to go.
Potentially,
we
are
managing them
very poorly.
Pretty poorly.
Yeah.
I would say I stay on top of the Tumblr. There's always the photographers
You're
always
a Tumblr
go up
girl?
every day.
I don't know what
You're a Tumblr girl.
Tumblr,
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
and Twitter. I try to stay on those.
All right.
So we're working
on the YouTube comment, but I don't. We should do the other channel.
Working
so you
on
can
it,
subscribe
okay?
to that and just be updated with that.
Yes.
So you don't,
And if you're just hearing the show, if you're listening
if you're just listening on the iTunes podcast, don't forget to rate and review. And also, if you're everywhere, don't forget to follow us on our own personal Twitters.
Yes, I'm at Ashley Esqueva.
And I'm at Kelano.
And that's it for the show today. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new docket of weird future tech, science, robots, space, pop culture, everything in between, science fact, science fiction, crashing right here. This is what we do. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.